Soon I will be a god amongst men. Do you want to know why? Of course you do. Because someone, my grandma, is buying me the M106 S70s from New Rock. And they're like kind of one of my dream shoes, which is crazy to say that because like all my life I've been like, what's this thing about people buying shoes? Why would you ever own many shoes? And then I grew up and I matured and I realized good shoe for a good outfit's really important. And now I own not a bunch of shoes at this point. Like I know like that's very subjective. I used to wear like the same two pairs of shoes, so it would be like one shoe for summer and then perhaps a sandal. And then for winter a boot. And in winter that's still largely the same. I have my Timberland boots, which are not that good because for the past probably 4 to 5 years I've had Timberland boots, just like the classic ones with fur in them, and they were awesome. They're really great. I love the shape that they are. I love the very simple look that they have, and they're very very comfortable and super warm because they have fur in them in winter. They have fur all year round, but you know what I mean. And I would wear them up until summer because they would be so versatile. I'd be wearing shorts and Timberland fur boots, and it was iconic, and it was awesome. My mom told me not to do it, but I didn't care because it was awesome. And so this year, the Timberland boots are obviously with fur more expensive than the regular ones. And this year, my boots broke. / one of them did. I still have them. They're under my bed because I want to fix them. I believe in me. I believe I can do it. But the thing that happened with them is the way in which they broke is that one of the soles, literally not even both of them, just one of them, one of the rubber soles has split, which is kind of like certain death for a shoe. Because the sole has split, which means that every single time I walk on something that is even only remotely wet, the wetness goes into my sock. Because now it's just open down under the sole. And it sucks really bad. And there's nothing you can really do to prevent it, truly, aside from, like, not sitting like this. You know, like, if these are your toes, and then, like, this is how you walk, and then, like, sitting down like this. Which is something I do a lot. Whenever I crouch down, I sit like that. Yeah. So I'm really sad about that. And my mom was like, oh, we need to get you new shoes. And then she saw, like, a sale, but it was a fake website. So I had to be like, Mom, this is not the actual Timberland website. You're getting scammed. Don't put your money in there. And she was like, oh, that sucks. And then she was like, but you still need new boots, so. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then I didn't want to make her spend a bunch of money because Timberland boots, for some reason, the first pair of Tims that I ever got was on a shopping trip with my grand aunt, who financed a lot of, like, expensive winter clothes for me. Because we used to always see her in summer, and then my mom would be like, please take the kids out shopping, please get them haircuts. And so she would do that with us and pay for it. The first pair I ever got of them, I swear they were 80 euros. I swear they were 80 euros. And I'm so sure of it. But this was like over like 5+ years ago. So I'm not sure anymore. Because the second time that I bought Timberlands, it was like 2 years maybe after the first pair. And my mom wanted me to get new ones because my feet hadn't even grown. But she was like, oh, they look raggedy. Like, the fur is falling off. They look gross. People are going to think we're poor. And I was like, I really do not care. These are, like, really comfortable shoes. But she was like, fuck off. I'm getting you new shoes. And I was like, fine. Spend money if you want to. Then she got me new ones and found out that they're expensive. Because if you buy them, like, from the website and whatever, it's, like, $250, I swear, for, like, a boot. Like, $180 to, like, $250 for a boot. And I was like, oh, but I don't want the normal boot. I need the fur boot. And then at some point she got me some while they were, like, on sale. And again, the fur boot, awesome. Love it. The Timberland fur boot, honestly, such a good boot. I've never had a better boot. But I also don't really have ever had the funds to try different ones, like in the long term, and not just going to like a shoe store and being like, I'm gonna try on all of these shoes and then I'm gonna see which one's the best, because that's not a really good metric. Because if the boot feels nice when you walk in it in a store, that doesn't mean it's gonna be good like in the long term. Like, how many times have you in your life gotten shoes and then like walked in them for more than an hour and been like, ow, actually my feet are bleeding now. So yeah. But that's why I love the Timberlands, because they were so reliable for like any season, any situation. When I didn't know what I was gonna wear, or when I needed to like be out for longer, I'd be like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wear my Timberland fur boots, and it was always awesome. And then this year, my mom didn't want to buy the fur boot again, and I was like, fine, we can just get the normal one. How bad can they be? And aside from the fact that they're like a fully and entirely different shape that I do not really appreciate, I do not appreciate the shape of this darn boot. Okay? It's much more narrow because you don't have to make extra space for it to fit more fur in there, because the fur is pretty thick. It's like this much. Obviously with some leeway, because if your foot goes in there, it's like, But the shape is different because now the only thing that they need to fit in there is your foot and your sock. That is probably going to be smaller. So it's got a more triangular shape in the front. It's much more narrow. And I don't like the look of that, because I like shoes and boots that look big. Like chunky, like there's the whole trend of like chunky sneakers or whatever. And that's just like shoes that are very like thick. And I think that looks really cool. Because then you have something to like balance out, and it doesn't make you look like you have like tiny little like mouse feet at the end of your huge body. Yeah. So I just think it looks really nice. And now it's just like a normal shaped shoe, but it's like a boot. And I'm like, okay, whatever. They're already here. I'm just gonna wear them. And it was fine until the temperature started dropping into the minus. And now I freeze every day. And the thing is, I already put in a second sole. Do you call that a sole as well? In like on the inside of the shoe? Because like the bottom of the shoe is also called the sole, right? Like the stuff that's out of rubber. In the best case scenario, anyway. Because that's also the sole, but you also put a sole in, right? I don't really know, but I already put a different one, because the ones that were in there from like buying the shoes, like the Timberland ones, they're like paper thin. They're paper thin and they're really uncomfortable. It makes you feel like you're not actually even. A lot of the time, I would be like, is there actually a sole in this, or like, am I meant to just put one on there myself? Dude, I have like weird pimples here. They fucking like exploded, and now there's a bunch of blood on it. Hold on. Don't lie to me, I know you eat the crust of your fucking wounds as well. It's not gross, it's pretty normal. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah. And so I put a different one in. Not a different one, I put one on top. I put a different sole on top, and it started being a little bit more comfortable, because it was like a bit thicker, and it had some like very thin fur on it. And I was like, okay, amazing, that's great. Now I can wear the shoe. And then it got colder again, and I started freezing. Like, the thing where you're in your fucking shoe and you have to do this with your toes so you don't fucking, like, take off your shoe, and then all of a sudden you pull your foot out and it's like clink clank, your toes are in the shoe because they fell off because you got frostbite. And I didn't really want that to happen. So I was like, I also don't own very thick, like, wool socks, really. So I know if you have, like, wool socks and you were to wear them in that shoe, first of all, it would probably be very, very uncomfortable. Because, like I said, it's like, the shoe does not account for a lot of space to be in there. They expect you to wear a thin sock and nothing else. So, like, and I didn't size up because I wasn't expecting to have to wear thick socks in my boots. Yeah. And now I'm, like, in this fucking predicament. And my mom got me different, like, shoe soles with like some fucking insulation shit underneath it, so maybe that'll help. I don't know. If not, I might have to literally just go on like fucking Etsy or eBay or whatever and find some grandma that's selling like knitted socks made of wool. Yeah, anyway, I'm so... Okay, bro is literally broken. What the hell? So yeah, I'm excited for Friday because that's when my new shoes are supposed to arrive. And I'm just gonna assume that a shoe made of leather and that looks as thick as the new rocks is gonna be fairly warm. Yeah. I'm excited. I wish I would get here faster. I will put up a picture. I may have already done that. Maybe, if I'm not too lazy. Because they did tell you what it looks like, but you're not going to go look it up. You don't care that much about what my shoes are looking like. But I do want to post like a little review of them when I have them. Maybe not exactly on Friday. Maybe on like Saturday. I'm not going to break this. It's my mom's hammer. I used it because you can kind of see this Miku. True Casper fans will know that she was not there before. Actually, I don't want you to remember what posters are and are not on my wall, please. Look at this. You see that? That's a calendar. And I had to put a nail in the wall for it. And my mom got it for me for my birthday. Because she was like, you like Hatsune Miku now. And this poster also comes from the calendar. On the back of it is the month of July. So this calendar is just not going to have a 2026 July. And it's kind of a shame because they're like, oh, there's a big poster in it. And I'm like, yay, it's a big poster. And it looks very cool. But the thing is, you know, it's double printed. So the back is July, which has another really cool artwork on it of Rin and Len, which I would have put on my wall when 2026 was done, which is really weird because I'm hyped to put up the pictures that are inside of the calendar. But I also want to use the calendar, so I'm going to have to wait until 2027 to do that, which is kind of weird. And I didn't want to wait until 2027 to put up this one, you know, because she just looks so cool, and she's huge, right? And like the tapestry is the only big Miku thing that I have over there. Technically, she's supposed to be banned into the blue corner, but the blue corner is kind of just the doctor corner now. There's not much space. Unless I want to put her near to the fucking ground, which I do not. Dude, I should stop talking right now. Oh yeah, it was my birthday, by the way. You don't need to know that, but, like, I felt that was kind of crucial, because that's why I'm even getting the boots. And they're also on sale. But I will post a review on them. Friday, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. We'll see, because I'd like to actually wear them a little bit before I review them, because a lot of people that write reviews online, at least, or like make review videos, they're like, oh, let me unboxing plus review. You can't do that if you just got them. You haven't even really worn them. You took them out of the box and put them on your feet and were like, they look good, amazing, 5 stars. But what about in 5 weeks? Are they still going to be amazing? Well, we don't know. Because you didn't wait. So yeah, I guess it wouldn't be like a review, it would be like a first impressions, maybe. First and second impressions, first time wear and stuff like that. And I hope they fit me, because I've heard that New Rock is incredibly annoying about returns, and that they're going to make you pay like $50 to send it back to Spain. But also, a lot of people have said that the shoes, they're like pretty true to size. And I know that the ideal size for a shoe for me to be is 25.5 centimeters in length. Which I checked their website, and I checked their size chart, and it said that 39, which is my shoe size in Europe, their 39 ranges from 25 to 25.6, which is like 0.5 centimeters can be very important in a shoe. That's why they do that in like shoe stores, where they put you on that little foot measuring thing, and then they go on the front of the shoe, and they're like, can you feel this? And you're like, yeah. They're like, this is a bad shoe, it must be bigger. Anyway, I also got this new binder. My brother bought it for me because I only have one. Oops. Who cares? It's literally underwear. because I only have one other binder, which is my gray one from the same brand. I love Spectrum. Spectrum, if you need a binder, buy it from Spectrum. Spectrum is amazing. They also recycle their packaging. Pretty baller. They're really awesome. They also have like a binder rehoming service where you can like send your old binder if you've grown out of it or if you just don't need it anymore, but it's still functional. You can just send it back to them and they'll put it on like secondhand shops, which is amazing. I agree. Also, these things are made of like ocean plastic. Wow, I'm so woke. Me and my transgender underwear that's made of ocean plastic. God. Anyway, yeah. Binder review. They're amazing. I've only ever worn their short binders. This one is a size medium. In the color also medium. Which when I bought it, like when I'm looking down at it, it looks way darker than my skin tone, but as you can see, it's like a near perfect match kinda, except for like, ugh. Here you can see that I'm pretty dang white. But yeah, I think putting it on not medium and like whatever was before that would have made it be too white. But like you can, like, it's a pretty fucking fit. It's a good fit, dude. And I mean, they have like literally every colorway. If you want your binder to be hot pink, you can probably do that. The only reason my other binder was gray, which I actually quite like that for a color, for like a piece of underwear, is because they did not have the skin tones at the time, and I didn't feel like waiting for a long time. And skin tones are the ones that sell out the quickest, the lightest skin tones first, because white people / pale people tend to have more of the privilege of having access to those things. Yeah, so if you want to get a binder, buy from them, in my opinion. Their short binders are really amazing. They bind super well. Like I don't know my cup size, by the way. I never had to wear a bra. Like I had, but my mom just gave them to me. I was like, okay. Help me. Help me. That's like the feeling that I got. And I think, yeah, I'm not gonna Google it. So I can't tell you how big my fucking bazongas would be usually, but not very, I would say like average. But what really is average? I don't know what the average boob size is. My bad, dude. But I feel like their binding is really good. It's really secure. It's long enough so that, like, a previous binder that I had, from my first binder from GC2B, don't buy from them anymore. Their fucking quality is shit now. So, they used to be, like, the #1 binder seller, but these days they're, like, horrible. So don't get it from them. Buy from Spectrum. They're based in the UK. And real, like the people that are packaging your order sign the order. Like, let me see, do I have it in here? Hold on. I do. Okay, they're called Spectrum Outfitters, by the way. And this is like, I also just love this design of packaging. You open it up, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then in the middle you will find your binder. Oh yeah, also they plant one tree for every order. Recycled fishnets, fucking plastic-free packaging, and this says one tree planted for every order. I've planted 2 trees already. God, amazing. They literally have a safety information thing as well. These are all the binder charities that they like partner with. And then the thing I wanted to show you with the signature. See, look, it says, your order was packed by these people. My order was packed by Ashley, I think it says Tal, Parker, and Andrew. And they put little smiley faces and little hearts on it. Thank you, guys. Oh my god. And this is the color and stuff. And you also get a sticker of their logo. Mine are... Hello. Oh my god. Mine are over there above Reagan Arataka. Isn't that just fitting? So yeah, I wanted to talk about shoes, and now I did a little binder review, so yeah. Amazing. Thank you.